Welcome to Button Banter. This is the podcast from Red Button Marketing Training, brought to you in association with our partnership with Middlesbrough Football Club Women. In this podcast, we chat with amazing people in the region all around marketing, their stories, their journeys, and we have great banter. And joining me today on Button Banter, wow, what can I say? It is, yes, he has finally made it, and we are very excited. It is Paul Lancaster from Platform UK Startup Week, but he needs to honestly tell you more because there is so much this guy. Paul, welcome to Button Banter. How are you feeling?
I'm doing great. What a fantastic welcome.
He is, honestly, it's amazing. I was going to say, where have you travelled from today? Just tell us.
I've come down from Sunderland.
From Sunderland, yeah, down from Sunderland. There you are. Not from Lancaster.
No.
I'm just going to quickly ask you the name. Is that anything to do with heritage? Is there some Lancaster heritage going on here?
Probably, yes.
Have you
some royalty? Yeah.
I think that's what I was going to say, because
War of the Roses and all that.
I'm thinking so, actually. I'm just wondering whether, we're already in the presence of greatness here, but actually, let's start with a bit of heritage, right? I'm all a bit of a fan of this, Paul, where things come from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking there's got to be some royal blood in there.
I'm sure there is.
So have you ever tracked your family back, Paul?
Yeah, well, I've done the DNA. I've done all.
Oh, you done?
Really? So, but it's not that exciting. Well, I haven't done the family tree. Well, my parents have done it, and there is definitely some link to the royal family.
I kind of think this is amazing. Everyone's got a bit of a royal link somewhere along the line, haven't they? But it's a good name, Paul Lancaster.
I think when you grow up and you've got a good name, I think that gives you a bit of pride, you know. You're like, oh, that's a good name.
It's a good, sturdy name, isn't it? I am going somewhere with this, by the way. People might think, why is she bantering about the name? But we're going somewhere with this.
Okay.
You might not know that right now, but we are.
Okay, it all makes sense at the end.
All makes sense, yeah. Paul, honestly, I really appreciate you coming down. But the reason I'm saying that is I think you've got a great name.
Thank you.
Good, solid foundation. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think there's so much to be said for that. So on that note, okay, I'd love you to share with us a little bit more about your business, because you do some good stuff when it comes to great foundations.
Yeah.
Before we do that, I nearly burst into song there, Paul.
Go on.
I nearly was going to go down the whole Beach Boys Good Vibrations route. But
yeah, I love it. Good song. big music fan.
Yeah. You're a good music fan.
I am. Touched on it a little bit before, yeah. So every genre, every type of music I'm into. And a long time ago, I used to be a semi-professional DJ, producer, club promoter, had my own little record label for a while. I was always the kid at school who had the records before anyone else and had a encyclopedic knowledge of artists and labels and music production and stuff like that.
See, this is amazing. Paul, I'm going to let you carry on, but I've got to say, this is the beauty of kind of having a bit of banter and seeing where it goes and finding out so much more about someone.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh my God. So, right, music, that's your background and you were doing that. So, semi-professional DJ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Explain.
Yeah,
so like I say, I was always into music, like every genre, but I got really into indie, but also dance music, electronic music was like my thing. So I've got a loft full of vinyl records of like every type of dance music, electronic music, going from the sort of mid to late 80s all the way up to the 2010s, probably.
Wow. So if you were going on Mastermind, would that be your specialist subject?
A few years ago, it probably would. Yeah. But no, it was just classic thing, just a bedroom DJ, just really like spending all my money on records, and then I wanted to be a proper DJ, and then when I went to university, I started doing some gigs.
Amazing.
Putting on some little club nights and DJing for fashion shows and stuff like that. And then when I came back up, so I went to Leeds University.
Yep.
Studied geography, which was, I've done absolutely nothing with that degree since, but it was my favourite subject at the time, and it was just a great experience. But I came back up to Newcastle and started making music in my spare time. Just
this is incredible.
Yeah, and then started DJing a bit more, get more gigs, got my first record signed,
Excuse me, so just run that by me one more time. You got your first record signed?
I did, yes. So that was really exciting because that was another dream, obviously. I wanted to be a DJ, and then wanted to be a music producer, and then wanted to have some records on vinyl. And I used to go into Northumberland Street HMV, and there was my records on the shelves. So that was really cool. Just
sorry, and what was it called? And like, what's your record called? Yeah.
I've got quite a few. They're actually all on SoundCloud now, free for anyone to listen to. So if anyone searches for me, Paul Lancaster or Lord Lancaster.
Lord Lancaster. I mean, I was going to say, not being funny, we said about the name. That was before we even knew all this.
Yeah.
This is incredible stuff. I told you, like, amazing name.
So you find all that, but it's all
famous.
Yeah, but it's all like house music, techno, tech house, acid house, breakbeat.
Awesome. I mean, for a moment there, like just for a second, I was kind of looking at you and I'm thinking, is this, and do we have in our midst our very, very own, like, Fatboy Slim? As I'm sort of thinking, Brighton Beach, I'm there. Could you do the equivalent in the Northeast? I mean, is this what we're looking at?
I would have loved to. Like, I think I had a chance. I had an opportunity a while ago, and I didn't make the most of the opportunity. I don't think. I was DJing all over. I've DJed in Rome, Malta, Prague, Budapest, Sacramento, Washington DC, South Korea, Switzerland, London. I've DJed all over. I had my own club nights in the Northeast as well for a little while. Had my own little record label. Like I say, critically acclaimed, commercially not that successful. Classic artist or creator, you just does it because you just love doing it, but you're not that bothered about making money from it.
Yes,
doing it for the love of it.
Yeah.
But really, with hindsight, I would have benefited from having a manager, someone to take care of the business side of things.
I mean, it's a funny old thing. And I think it was a George Michael song that I like this lyric line from, which is turn a different corner. That whole thing, God, if things had just been, you know what I mean? How it could have been so different. But then they say no regrets. It's not.
Well, I learned a lot from it. Yeah. That's probably where I first got into or saw the power of a bit of marketing. I didn't necessarily think of it as marketing at the time, but it is more promotion, like club promotion, promoting music, sharing stuff. Actually, the records that I was making, I mean, it sounds really old-fashioned now, but like sharing music through message boards, online forums, boards, and sharing it through file sharing and MSN. Like,
remember that?
But that's how I built a network of other producers and DJs and club promoters all around the world through shared interests, So my audience was not necessarily here in Newcastle or the Northeast where I'm from. It was in Europe, it was in Asia, it was in North America. So
that is incredible. The journey that you have been on. Oh my God, there's two music things. The Journey. Are you a Journey fan?
Yeah, don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing. There it is. And I've got to ask you, you used the word, Paul. Look, don't sort of like shoot the messenger here, but are you a Cher fan? You said Cher. I'm asking you, are you a Cher fan?
Yeah, always believe, yeah.
I mean, there's a message coming through here.
Yes. Music is the answer.
It is
powerful.
And keep believing.
Well, music's got the power to change your emotional state. And if you're feeling a bit down, put a bit of music on. Alter your mood, and even like even when I was DJing, I liked the idea of just community, bringing people together, which has carried on a lot to what I'm doing now.
Yes, yeah. Wow, I mean, this is why I love a bit of banter, because you said there, touching on that whole subject of marketing and promotion, Quick question before we move on a bit more to kind of what you're doing now and all that sort of thing. What do you think marketing is, if you had to describe it?
Yeah.
Let's throw that subject around, Paul.
Well, it's about, not be the technical definition. That's communicating your message to people who might be interested in what you've got to offer.
Yeah.
So, different forms. How do you articulate that and communicate it? And it's so broad now, isn't it? All the different channels.
Absolutely. But it's like music, isn't it? There's all the genres. It's probably not fair to say I guess in a way, I hadn't really thought about it until we were chatting, but it's like saying I don't like music or I don't do music.
What's that all about? If someone says they don't like music, how can it? I'm suspicious of people that do these.
Precisely. It just might be you've got a favourite genre. Doesn't mean you don't like music. We don't generalise it like that, do we? We might go, I like pop but not rock or whatever. So it's kind of like with marketing in a way. People, it's not a case of like no one does it, they don't do it, or they don't like it. It's more a case of just you pick your thing.
Yeah.
But it's that whole more like holistic thing, isn't it? But you're right, music's amazing. I think it has the power to change emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of...
brings people together.
It does bring people together and enjoy. So tell us about what you're doing now, Paul, because there is such synergy. It's unbelievable. Now, you've got me thinking about this now. I'm like, crikey, what a guy. Amazing. So share.
Yes.
Well, I want to go, do we burst into song?
You can if you want.
Do we have to go? Do you believe it? No.
You just need the vocal order. What do you mean? Tweak the voice.
Mixers, yeah. Switch it off more like, Paul. Mine, I mean.
Order cue or something.
Order cue. So yeah, tell us what you're up to now.
Yeah, so my business, my business now is running events. So it's business events and connecting people through events and networking. But there's a lot of things around the edges to that as well. So I'm it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but I'm known as a super connector, right? There's lots of people who are connectors and super connectors, but I do, if people know who I am and what I do, they'll know that makes perfect sense, because I do spend a lot of time bringing people together at the events, but also online. And then behind the scenes as well, I do a lot of introductions and signposting and matchmaking. And that is my background. So I've spent about 25 years working in various different roles for other people, where I've been advising, so helping people start and grow businesses. So I've been paid to do that. So giving business advice, business startup advice, growth advice, distributing funding as well, signposting, matchmaking. And through those different roles, sometimes it would involve running events or gatherings or networking events. And I've just seen the power of that. And I've built up a good network online and offline, and I've been able to leverage that network to the benefit of others as well.
Just honestly, it's fantastic, because really, let's touch on kind of UK Startup Week.
Yep.
What a thing, and how amazing this is really proving to be. And I've seen a lot of people saying how awesome this sort of event is. And it's going places. So tell us about how that started out.
Yeah, so, like I say, informed by previous experiences. So work for various different local enterprise agencies and youth enterprise schemes. And but I actually had the idea for doing this event. I was working for Sage. So I've worked for Sage twice. My first job was working in tech support for them, fresh out of university. Then I left, and then I went back about 13 years later to do marketing for them. So I was brought back in to be the inbound marketing and social media specialist for Sage. So that was in 2012 to 2015, when the phrase inbound marketing was still quite a new thing.
Yeah.
But basically my role there was to do anything and everything to raise awareness of their cloud products. Because Sage is a very successful FTSE 100 company, done very well through desktop software.
Yep.
And they brought out some cloud products which weren't doing particularly well. So they brought me and a bunch of other people in to try and build up that side of the business. And because I'd had a lot of experience working with startups and small businesses, that was useful, bringing that network and that knowledge of how to reach those people. Because I had done marketing in previous roles related to that. So yes, it was all blogs, social media, email marketing, events, networking, sponsorships.
Yep.
Anything and everything. Top of the funnel, pre-funnel.
Yeah, the whole ecosystem.
Get everyone interested in what we're doing, and then try and get people to sign up for a free trial or to buy the subscription. But I had other people around me who would focus more on the conversion. My job was just awareness and engagement. Yeah. But I learned loads from doing that. But anyway, when I was doing that, I was saying we were sponsoring some events or exhibiting events, but I was trying to get people there to put on a big event. I was saying, I think what we need is like a big event that brings the whole business community together. So I was asking them if they would do it, and they weren't that bothered, or didn't seem that. They were more interested in sponsoring or exhibiting it
at other events. Yeah.
But then you're one of many, and it's you're not necessarily in control of the event, the format, and the schedule, or anything like that. So I'd been asking various people if they would do it, and no one really wanted to do it. So I was just like, well, I'll just do it.
I love that. Bring it on.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I wanted to do, and I parked it for a little bit because I left Sage to work for a government organisation called Tech North, which was a sister organisation to Tech Nation. Mm-hmm. Don't know if you've heard of that before.
I have heard of that, actually. Yeah, Tech North I have. Yeah, definitely.
So originally, you had Tech City, which is set up just to promote London as a great place to start and grow a tech business. And then that was off the back of the Olympics. And at the time, London wasn't considered a great place to start and grow a tech business. And a lot of people were saying, well, that's a stupid idea because London's not a good place. But it was a big inward investment vehicle. And over time, London has become this like great hub for tech and digital startup and scale up activity. But at the time it wasn't. In sort of I think it was 2009, 2010. Mm-hmm. But then a few years later, they set up Tech North to promote the North. It was linked to the Northern Powerhouse. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that? Yeah, but never. Oh yeah. So my role was to be community engagement and partnerships manager for Tech North. Whoa. So it was Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds, Sheffield, Hull, Sunderland, Newcastle.
What a region! So massive.
The North, right?
The North.
So that was an amazing opportunity because great as it was working for Sage, I did miss more of the grassroots working with entrepreneurs and innovators. So my job was basically to go out and about and facilitate connections, introductions, signposts, and all the stuff that I love.
That you love doing. Yeah.
And then encourage more collaboration within cities and between cities, and promote the North on a national level as well.
Yeah. Oh, what a great regional ambassador. I mean, I'm not being funny. You might have DJ'd in Switzerland, but let's keep it real, Paul. Being an ambassador for this region on a national scale, good shout.
Yeah, and that was a great role. I did love that. However, that only lasted about 9 months because what happened was the funding for the London team got cut. And kicked off a bit of a Game of Thrones style battle between North and South. They were like, well, technically we're the same organisation, so we'd like to use some of your money in the North to pay for our activity in London. So the head of Tech North resigned, and then everything imploded from there. And a lot of stakeholders weren't very... So a lot of what I'd been doing was getting buy-in from people to say, look, this is different.
Yeah.
With Northerners doing it for the North, it's not London, so everything just unravelled. So I got asked to stay on, but I decided no, I'm going to do my own thing. So I left to basically do the same thing but independently, and not relying on grants or funding, and do it just for the Northeast.
Good for you.
Because I felt like, although me and others were trying to promote the whole of the north of England, you could see that Manchester was steaming ahead and becoming like London of the north. So I wanted to try and counterbalance that by focusing all my efforts on the northeast.
Which is great.
And part of that was, okay, I'm going to do this big event. Yeah. Right? That was a long preamble, but I think it's useful to know the backstory to it.
I think it's really good as well, because this comes back to what we said right at the beginning, which is about great foundations for any kind of then activity. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's that real solid base, because what you're bringing to the table, Paul, it's incredible. And I wonder whether people know this full story. I think
probably not. I have talked about it, but whether people don't necessarily take it all in. You know, they might think, I've just come up with that.
It's kind of like, just sort of sat around and thought, oh, here's an idea.
No, but there's a lot of thought. I think that's what I've realised all the time is, like, I do a lot of research. I talk to a lot of people. I take on board a lot of ideas and advice, and then to the outside world, it might look like it takes a while it might look like I've just come up with something really quick, but there's actually
a lot of background to it.
And then when I'm confident about it, it's like, right,
let's go.
Let's go, and I do things quick.
Just saying, as an exclusive, Button Banter exclusive, guys. Button Banter is... You heard it here first. Just going to sort of just trademark this conversation, Paul. This is where Paul shared all the details you need to know. But I think that's amazing and truly inspiring to those people that you engage with, that you look to support. And it's Stellar Events, is this right? We've got the company name, and then within that you've got
stuff going on. This is quite a new thing. So I left Tech North, started my own business in 2016. So I've been running that since then. So it used to be called something else. It used to be called Plan Digital. So P. Lancaster, Plan.
Oh, love it. This is on my page.
But the event was originally Newcastle Startup Week.
Yes.
So I did 3 Newcastle Startup Week events in 2017, 2018 and 2019. The first 2 had just over 600 people, and the third one had just over 800. But I was also doing a monthly event called Founders Friday. I was getting between 40 and 60 people every month, and I was doing consultancy work and mentoring and all kinds of other stuff. So I was doing that 2016 to 2023. Obviously, we've had something big in between. Something happened.
Just a little scuppered. Did all sorts, but tough times. But
so I got offered I went back into employment for 2 years. I got offered a role working in tech recruitment for 2 years, which I didn't think I would do, but just kept my business in the background. Did it for 2 years. Actually, really enjoyed it. Learned a lot. Gave me a bit of stability, good money. Learned some new skills. Enjoy being part of a team again. Actually, exactly what I needed, probably. And then after 2 years of that, I felt the time was right to go again. So I left them in December 2023. Get my times wrong. So I think I joined them 2 years previous, so that would have been 2021. I left them in December 2023. So last January 2024, I left them to go back to running events again.
Brilliant.
From day one, from January onwards, I've ran these monthly events called Platform. So a monthly event called Platform, where we've been consistently getting between 50 and 80 people every month.
Fantastic. Well, what an achievement.
In Newcastle and Sunderland. And I've been using them to build up the audience, re-engage an old audience and build a new audience, which will feed into the Startup Week event this June. Last year I was just running it on my own. But then at the end of last year, I've joined forces with Neil Stevenson,
Neil, brilliant.
So Neil is a very successful serial entrepreneur, tech advisor, angel investor. Known him for about 9 years. We've referred work to each other, built up a good friendship, good trust, complementary skill set. And then we've decided, right, let's do it together. So since 27th of December, we set up Stellar Business Events. And that's me and Neil, and Platform and Startup Week fall under that, Stellar Business Events.
This is a really interesting kind of whole marketing kind of journey as well, because it's all about business, positioning of the business, the foundations, the research. Like you say, there's so much more to it, that's got to power it all up. And I think it's amazing. But I'm just literally thinking, Paul, I cannot get out of my head how aligned your music history and knowledge and expertise and passion is with all this business thing. Because it's I've got a few cliches up my sleeve, but it is literally bringing that kind of melodic approach to business, isn't it? And providing some kind of getting everything working in harmony. There is a lot to be said for that. And like you say, a community of like-minded. I just think it's incredible what you have done and just how logical it all feels like.
It makes sense to me.
It really does make so much sense. I think it's brilliant.
Well, it's not an overnight thing,
Exactly. But you see, I would say this when it comes to this whole subject of marketing, it's not a stop-start, it's not a pick up but down, and it's not an overnight thing anyway.
It's layered, isn't it? Everything's built on what's gone before, and then it is built on experience,
isn't it? Yeah. And also knowledge, what you know.
And insights,
Yeah, precisely. And what you do with the information and how you use it.
Yeah.
And I think that's mega powerful. But what you are bringing to people who are then looking to start their own businesses as well. Not only are you connecting and presenting people at an event that are helpful, it's kind of you've walked the walk.
Yeah, well, it
yourself.
Yeah, no, thank you. It definitely it makes sense to me. Like, I'm running a business where I'm making money doing things that I think are valuable.
Yeah,
and I'm creating literal platforms and opportunities for business owners to come together, be inspired, be educated and informed, but also an opportunity for them to get up and talk about their business as well at the events.
Yeah.
But also creating a ready-made audience for them to tap into, and then there's online opportunities for them as well.
God, so sounds fast. I am going to put you on the spot, Paul. 3 top tips to someone who's looking to start a business.
Right.
What? So, do you have any up your sleeve top tips? If someone's going to go, do you know what? I've got an idea for a business.
Yeah. I think, if someone's got an idea for a business, I've definitely encouraged them to talk to other people. Not just keep it all to themselves.
Yeah.
They don't need to share everything, how they do everything, but they do need to talk to people to test it out. So that's definitely, I've benefited from that. I have a lot of conversations with people. I tell people that I'm thinking of doing something, and what do you think? And if the eyes light up, then I know I'm onto something.
Yeah.
And even just practicing the words that I'm saying and the lines that I'm using is a way to iteratively test my messaging and if I'm on the right track. So I would encourage people to do that and speak to advisors, speak to professionals who are experts in this field.
Yeah.
Don't try and do it all on your own. So that's one thing.
And I think for me, I'm just going to jump in because I've got to say, and then they need to attend UK Startup Week event.
I was going to go. Yeah, I was going to finish. Yeah. Well, you're right, because I think because so much has gone digital, obviously, and I understand why people just lean to that because it's easy. Because it is easy to get going, but it's not easy to do well.
Yeah,
and just because it's measurable doesn't mean it's effective.
Yeah.
And,
good point.
Yeah, thank you. And I think people really struggle with what this is intangible. So there's a lot of people go, I don't know why I should go to an event because I can't make a sale. It's like, well, you might make a sale on the first time you go, but you're probably, it's probably going to take a bit longer. But at least you'll make some contacts, new connections, and if you can build up a bit of a rapport, and it might be the second time you meet them, or if you wouldn't just go up to someone to say, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy that? Do you want?
No, exactly.
Well, some people do that, and it doesn't work.
It doesn't really work. And do you know what, right? I'm very visual. And when you were speaking there, do you know what I had in my head? I was picturing you with your DJ stuff, right? And it's like, say, one person in the audience. Do you know, not that would happen because you're too good a DJ, Paul, obviously. And I'm saying that because it's right in front of me and you're on our podcast. But I mean it. But do you know what I mean? It's like, actually, it's very, very similar, because I guess people come to that music experience for that feeling, that emotion, that shared, that sort of something that sparks more feelings and emotions and experiences and all of that. And I guess that's a similar kind of vibe with starting your business, isn't it, really? Like you say, build that community, sort of share emotions and experiences, but something positive to talk about. And I kind of feel like it's a bit like, I can imagine you there doing the DJing and everyone just having such a great time and then talking about it and wanting to go again.
Well, yeah, there is like that is part of it as well. I want people, because I think, to start your own business, if you're doing it on your own, okay, you might have a team, but if you're doing it on your own or a small team and you're not talking to anyone else and you haven't got a network, because a lot of people don't have a network, but I've built up a network over 25 years, so why would you not want to tap into my network or Neil's network and other people in the room's network instead of starting from scratch, right?
Absolutely.
So we're promising a guaranteed network of positive, enthusiastic, like-minded, entrepreneurial people who want to they're ambitious and they want to be successful.
Yeah.
So going into a room like that, it's more achievable to be successful than if you're doing it on your own, or you're sat in your room or in an office on your own. So that is a big part of Startup Week. Definitely day one, that inspiration day is just cheering everyone up, getting people in a positive mindset, and everyone's like really like pumped up and excited about what's to come, and it becomes more believable when you're surrounded by other like-minded people.
And to keep on the music theme, it's about getting the right mix, isn't it? It's about mixing it so it's a good experience as well. And as I understand it, Paul, UK Startup Week is on the move. Am I right here?
Yeah, it is.
And I'm in a conversation with you, and this is me demonstrating my numbers and maths skills are not so up there. And I'm going, oh my God, so like, how often are you doing it? And I think it was you and Neil that went, there might be only 4 Fridays in the month. So we were like, okay, I get that. So we were doing the calculations if it's always on a Friday. So, but the good thing is there's a spare week. And as I believe it, you're heading somewhere new, aren't you?
Yeah, well,
you're bringing it to a new location.
All right, okay. Well, if I don't say the right answer, you'll have to tell me what I'm. So, are you talking? Well, you're doing platform and Startup Week. Yeah. So the platform events are Sunderland on the first Friday of the month, Middlesbrough on the second Friday of the month.
That's the one.
Starting from March.
Yes.
We're going to go up to Edinburgh as well from April onwards.
Brilliant.
And Newcastle is the fourth Friday of the month. So every month we'll do Sunderland, Middlesbrough, Edinburgh, Newcastle.
That's fantastic.
And people obviously can come to any other one. They don't have to just stay in. And I would encourage people to go to one that's not in their immediate local area, because that's when you'll build a new network and find more opportunities to grow your business.
But that's amazing, because Teesside and Scotland, that's 2 new locations for you.
Yeah.
And when you think, I think, it's just such an incredible story when you think about it, that it's been in the last kind of year, really, essentially, that this is, like you say, it's all the building, isn't it?
12 months.
It's exactly. So when you think like the layers, the building of it, the doing things, finding out, discovering, doing, your own learning about your own thing, which I think is really empowering when you figure out more about your own as well.
Yeah.
Kind of good.
Well,
and look where you are.
Well, having Neil involved, definitely, that's been a big step change, so it's not all on me, because there's only so many hours in the day. I am a capable guy. I can't do a lot.
You can.
But when you're spinning loads of plates and you're doing everything, like I'm doing everything. I'm doing all the sales. I'm doing all the marketing. I'm curating the events. I'm running the events. I'm doing I'm sending out the invoices. I'm doing the whole thing. I bring other people in as and when I need them, but it's basically me doing everything. But having someone else who can also, he's really hands-on, he gets stuck in and we speak every day. We go to meetings together. We book calls. We're doing deals together all the time.
Right.
And having someone who, we say, complementary skill sets and we work really well together.
Yeah.
Takes a bit of pressure off, but also puts extra impetus on the business.
I think it's fantastic. What a story. Would you let Neil loose? Sorry, Neil, if you listen to this, but would you let him loose on your DJ debts? That's the question.
I don't know. Actually, we've not had that conversation. But I don't know. Maybe we'll go back to back. Me.
Yeah. I'm just sort of wondering if we got a DJ double thing going on here. I don't know really whether Neil's.
I can see Neil being more of an MC.
Yeah.
The Rebel MC.
The Rebel NS or whatever those initials, but yeah. There's always potential. I mean, it's always room for growth, isn't there? Every day's a school day, Paul.
Let's give it.
I mean, we've said it here first. I mean, we've set this down now, haven't we? Who knows? What's your kind of thing that you love most about this region? That you love?
I mean, it's my home. I've worked all over. I've been fortunate to work all over the UK and travel quite a bit overseas. But I just love. I don't know. I'm just very proud of.
Yeah.
I'm very proud and very inspired by the past, but also what people are doing now. And I don't know. I'm really into history, and I think you can learn a lot from history.
Absolutely.
Entrepreneurs and industrialists and pioneers and inventors from the past. you can still learn from them, and you can apply that to modern day. But I also, I don't know, I think there's the Northeast, going back to the Tech North experience, the North in general shares some common traits, but the Northeast, we've been very good at making things or inventing things, but not very good at selling things or marketing things. We've relied on other people to take the inventions and take them elsewhere and make them successful. And I actually think if the region was better at marketing and sales, we would be a more successful region.
Yeah, because it's a cracking place. Like you say, there's a lot going on. And in particular, there's a lot of tech, a lot of tech businesses coming through in this region. I think it's becoming a bit of a leader.
Yeah.
For that in the UK.
It is. But again, a lot of techies that I've met don't really like marketing.
Yeah, interesting.
So they don't sweet and stable, but a lot of techies think that the tech itself will sell itself.
Yeah.
That they don't need marketing. It's only when they get to a certain level that they realise actually we do need some people or some marketing people to like scale this operation up. But there is definitely a dislike and a distrust or just a misunderstanding of what marketing is and what people can do.
I think this is where we're on a mission actually to kind of challenge that whole thinking, and we don't mind taking it on. We're going, what the heck is this thing anyway? And asking that question. Look out for posters, guys. There is a poster coming out. But what the heck is marketing? We're going, what do you think it is? And we love asking that question and going some way to reposition how it should be. What it needs to be, because it is an amazing. There is, because of mixed perceptions and understandings. And it's like, I've got a few go-to sayings. I mean, I'm going to ask you, Paul, is a banana a banoffee pie? It's clearly not, is it?
I'm like, is it?
I had to think for a minute and thought, actually, is a banana a banoffee pie? But, we kind of get hung up.
Banoffee pie without bananas.
Precisely. We need our ingredients for the bigger picture. So it's a bit like lemon's not a cheesecake. It could be part of it. So we tend to get a bit hung up on the parts rather than the thing.
We can't have a successful business without good marketing, good sales.
Everything, all joined.
Operations, HR.
It's got to have It's exactly. And I kind of think, I'm going to just sort of put this out there, copyright this, by the way. But it's a bit like an octopus. I think marketing's like an octopus.
Okay.
It's got to have a little tentacle everywhere. But it's the only thing in business that's got the power to do that. But if we don't think it is, and we think it's the banana or the lemon, but it doesn't make sense. It's not going to do its job. But you don't go to a market, do you, and go, oh, could I have 10 apple fruit, 3 banana fruit, a bag of strawberry fruit? They'd look at you like you were going bonkers, wouldn't they? Because you're sticking the word fruit on the end. So we tend to stick the word marketing on the end of so much stuff. What about the word itself? Like, hello? I'm a bit like, do you know what, right, Paul? It's like movie lines. Have you seen Dirty Dancing?
Big fan.
There you are. I was going to say, what's your favourite movie? Great soundtrack. Come on. I love that soundtrack. I know, but nobody puts marketing in the corner.
That's fun.
Honestly, I'm not being funny with copywriting there.
Harry Mortimer.
Yeah. I'm not being funny. If you think you're going to pick me up outside and try and sort of, what is that lift they do in the lake or anything like that? We're not going to a puddle outside, Paul, reenacting Dirty Dance. Oh dear me! I did warn you. This podcast it's banter. We go all over the place,
Like it,
but that's it's just how it rolls. What's your favourite music track? I need to just ask you a couple of favourite questions. Okay. Is that an answer you can give me?
It depends. I've got too many. I love the Stone Roses, so I love Fool's Gold. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, that takes it back, but that's a bit of 90s, and
early 90s. But I love that because it's funk, it's rock, it's dance, it's just like in the whole vibe of the whole Manchester scene.
Yeah,
that was my era.
Good times,
very, very exciting.
Good times.
So I love that. I don't know, like. Dance music.
Yeah.
Oh, there's too many.
You can't beat it, really, I think. I'm actually going to also suggest we need to, do you know what? I think in business, we should have like a day, like a half an hour disco at lunchtime, something like that, or whatever. People to dance and feel good, go back to work. What do you reckon?
Yes, we don't have enough of that.
Could we bring this into the platform events?
Well, I don't do the platform, but the starter week events, I do have a soundtrack.
There you go.
So I do approach it. I do have like a DJ set.
Do you?
And even the I think this is like just. I don't put a lot of thought into it. Actually, I do. My platform events, I do choose speakers, and I do choose the running order of the speakers carefully, and because I want them to flow.
Yeah,
and I do take people on a little bit of a journey.
Nice.
With a speaker lineup, and people often comment and say, "Wow, that speaker went really well after that one." Yeah. And then it's like, oh, funny. I thought I could say, oh, did I?
Pre-lamb.
I said, yeah, there's a bit of thought goes into it. So I do everything from when people arrive to the event, the starter week event, there's music that sort of gets them in a positive mindset, inspired, and then throughout the event,
the soundtrack. Yeah, we need to think about there's some great songs for starter. I'm like thinking, do you have Dolly Parton 9 to 5? Does that come into this?
I could do, yeah.
Does it? Do you have Don't Stop Me Now?
That's a good one, yeah. I tell you what, I did have Start Me Up.
Oh, come on. That
something got me started.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Start by the Jam.
Start, yeah. I love this. I mean,
so lots.
I think we need to then invite listeners to kind of make their suggestions on what song.
And get it on the playlist.
Get it on the playlist. So you heard it here first. Another Button Banter exclusive. In the mix.
Unlike most DJs, I will take requests.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Put the needle on the record, Paul. But I think we need to, ask people, what suggestions do you have for a song that needs to be played at those events?
That song inspires people, because I have done that in the past. Tell me, like, which song, when you're in a good mood, inspires you and motivates you. And then that's a nice surprise for people when they come to the event and that song gets eaten. And you can see they're right, this is my song.
So this is the thing, we need to get people really thinking about this. So the people of Teesside, because I think we've got, isn't it the 14th of March?
14th of March is the first platform event.
Right.
The Flock co-working.
Right, Flock. Okay, platform day.
You're going to be.
I'm going to be there as well.
Excited, yeah.
And we need to think about people's favourite songs. We can ask them there as well, but we need to get people thinking about this. So how can people engage with you best? What's the best way to chat?
I mean, we're on all over social media, but the events are all listed on Eventbrite. So
yeah, bro.
All the platform events and the UK Startup Week events are all on there. If people go to ukstartupweek.eventbrite.com, they can find everything there.
Yeah.
If people can't remember that, then just go to the ukstartupweek.com website and details of everything. So the platform events, Startup Week events, the coaching that we do, the mentoring, we do podcasts and blogs. It's all there to help people start and grow businesses. That's probably the easiest way to find everything.
Yeah.
But then platform and UK Startup Week, we're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Let's get people getting in touch with you, finding out more about the events, coming along to the events, engaging with you and your community, and also saying what song they would like to leave their details as well. And then you can recognise that when they come along and go, Sue from Thornaby, we are playing your song.
What's your song? I'm going to put it on. What song gets you?
There's a song. Do you know what? I again, like you, love so many kinds of music, and I really do actually. But this might surprise you. So I actually also sing in a band as well, believe it or not. Look a bit different to this, but I like a bit of rock, jazz, pop, like the whole lot. But do you know what song makes me feel great? And that is Never Give Up on the Good Times by the Spice Girls.
Oh, nice, yeah.
That is such a happy tune. Mm-hmm. But that's one of many.
Yeah.
I have seen them in concert, by the way, just saying.
Spice Girls were, I think when they came out, I kind of begrudgingly I liked them, but I didn't really want to like them. But then now it's like, actually, they were really good.
I just thought they were like vibrant and kind of, strong, and loved that.
Yeah.
Kind of, I mean, one day I was baby, one day I was sporting.
Depending on the mood, really. So she's dressed as Scary Spice right now,
Yeah, absolutely. Some people might say every single day of the week. Scary But just amazing, you know.
A little bit Jerry, actually.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, a little bit Jerry.
Yeah, it could be. I've got a bit of that, you know.
Union Jack, yeah.
Union Jack. Now's not the time to talk about what tea towels I've got at home, Paul. But we'll pick that one up another day. And I think just before we conclude, and by the way, we could honestly chat so much about your business, and I think genuinely, truly inspiring and amazing. So everybody needs to check out what you're doing, which is super. Just on a note regarding the Northeast, are you a Vera fan?
Do you know what? I've only ever watched one episode.
Because I know it's finished now, hasn't it? I know.
My parents love Vera.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of Vera more than what I like. But I like, I like what they do. Do you know, our accent is terrible though.
I was going to say, what do you think?
All over the place.
It's up and it's down. Because I think there was an episode she did really, really early. It was much stronger, and someone said, she needs to soften it off a little bit. So, I don't kind of know. But the only thing I'd say, someone said to me the other day, they thought it was really interesting. And I must admit, I do enjoy watching it. But someone had said, if you know your Northeast, you'll know that there's sometimes no way she can get from there to there in 10 minutes because of the landmarks. But you need to know the landmark to know they're potentially 30 miles apart. But, it's very well edited.
Yeah, even Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Yes. He lands in Dover and then 2 minutes later, he's up at the Sycamore Gap.
Yes, I know. This is hilarious. And before we conclude this podcast, you've just said something that's made me laugh. This is so funny. Years ago when I worked at Scotch Corner, it was when they were filming Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, wow.
So Kevin Costner didn't stay at Scotch Corner. God, they stayed at a really different hotel. But the Merry Men all stayed at Scotch Corner Hotel.
Oh, wow.
So many a night I was up in the bar and we were playing cards with the Merry Men. It's absolutely brilliant.
Did they think it was Scotland?
Yeah.
Scotch Corner. I used to think that when I was a kid. I was like, why is this not in Scotland? It was in Scotch Corner.
See, marketing issue. We're back to it. We circle back. No matter what you talk about, you circle back to that amazing M word.
Exactly.
You see, marketing. That's about perceptions, Paul.
And what's in the name?
What's in the name?
Uh-huh.
I mean, branding name. Is there a job to be done?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's something I think I do pretty well. Like, people seem to really like the platform name, but also the logo and the brand around.
I love it.
What it's all about.
I love that. And the UK Startup Week does what it says in the tin, and more than a week, really. It's kind of forever. It's always there. And I think it's incredible. And it's about singing the right tune, having the right mix, and it all going very much in harmony, Paul.
Love it.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Do you know what? It has been such a pleasure to chat with you. And I wish you every success with everything that you do. And go forth and represent this region in Scotland. And you go for it. Take it up there and let's get UK Startup Week really motoring. Did you say it was Edinburgh?
No. So Startup Week's going to be in Sunderland.
Sunderland, yeah.
Yeah. So,
and the platform event.
The platform is going to be in Edinburgh. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I've rebranded it because it was Newcastle Startup Week, because it used to take place in Newcastle.
Yeah.
And it was a week-long event, and it was focused a bit more on startup and innovation. But it's not just... I used to get some people say, oh, well, I'm not from Newcastle, can I still come?
Yeah.
But I've rebranded it UK Startup Week because
Brilliant.
I wanted to create... It's always my intention to create something of national and international significance. It just happens here in the Northeast. And potentially we could move it into other locations as well, but I wanted to be in the Northeast or Teesside.
Yeah.
But then the last event that I did, a lot of people were coming down from Scotland and coming from the Northwest and Yorkshire and Midlands and London, and we've had people from overseas come to it.
Incredible.
So that's another thing. There is an inward investment angle to it as well. There's a talent retention, talent attraction piece to it.
That's a massive piece as well. I was at an event not long ago about supply chain and the region, all of that. And it's about, making sure we can try and sort of utilise what we've got in the region as well as best as we can, So I think that whole rebrand and, like you're saying, all that is using all the insights, all the knowledge to keep fueling sort of future success. And that's a great message to send out, I think, to other people who have got business ideas and who are young stage businesses. So awesome. So we will come back to the mixing desk another time, Paul, I think, for part 2.
Good. Yeah, we'll talk about how it all went. Maybe we'll be there. Yeah,
We shall review and absolutely.
Yeah, but it's obviously I'm biased, but it is an amazing event, and it's a massive opportunity for people in the North Eastern Teesside to get behind something that they can benefit from.
Yeah,
because these events don't happen up here. Like there are lots of events, but there's nothing of this scale and significance here in the North Eastern Teesside, and not even anywhere in the country.
Yeah,
There's a 5-day multi-venue citywide event that covers everything from idea stage to start to scale to funding, investment. There's something for everyone there.
Yeah, I think that's so attractive, isn't it? Because sometimes people go, oh, where do I go? Where do I go for this information? And so it's providing a place, and like you say, providing a platform, really, where there's a space where you can access all of this in one go. You're coming to one place, one organisation that's there to provide that as well, you know, and tapping into all kinds of things that are available. So I think it's amazing. Good for you for having the foresight, you see. DJing paid off. I mean, I'm just sat here with the headphones on the podcast looking like it's just so natural, Paul. I mean, I'm not being funny.
I know I need to come out of retirement, I think.
Brilliant. I think you're doing a cracking job actually where you are. So, you know, keep going, as they say. But listen, thank you so much. Honestly, it's, as I say, really enjoyable to know more about what's going on in the business and also to know a bit more about you, Paul.
Thank you.
We've learned a lot, including you're not from Lancaster, but we've learned an awful lot about you today. A few exclusives. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, what's the best DJ phrase we can close with? I mean, has that been, it's not been a mashup, has it? No, it's not been a mashup.
I don't know.
It's been a good mix. Has it been a
good remix?
Good remix. Yeah. We've sampled a few things. Yeah. And yeah, there you go. I think that's one for, what is it? The gold, is it the gold disc? Have we made a gold disc?
Let's get a gold disc.
And people need to go and find Paul's music as well. It's out there.
It's all on SoundCloud.
It's all on SoundCloud, guys.
Yeah, some good tunes.
We've got the celeb right here. Ibiza. Right, Paul, thank you so much for your time. And thanks for coming along and having a bit of banter with us.
It's good. Enjoyed it.
Take care. See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. You've been listening to Button Banter, the podcast from Red Button Marketing Training, in association with our partnership with Middlesbrough Football Club Women.